Little brush here. Couple of strokes over there. That's it. It's perfect. A masterpiece. Now, tell me, this doesn't belong in a museum. Okay, maybe not my best work. I suppose my magnum opus is yet to come. But you know what does belong in a museum? The new Minecraft paintings. Oh my goodness, are they glorious. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. Build ourselves an art museum to display them all in. As well as the few paintings that I've done myself. All of the original Minecraft paintings have actually been changed by yours truly in my own resource pack. I'm really actually quite pleased with some of them. The bigger ones are just screenshots, by the way. I'm not that good. But the smaller paintings are all done by hand, and they're not great. It's my attempt at pixel art. There's definitely some flaws looking at this thing over here. But it's alright. It does the job nicely. The museum will be a little bit like our armor trim building here, where we're displaying all of the different armor trims, which reminds me, there's 2 new ones, isn't there? Oh, where am I going to squeeze them into? There's really not much room left. I'm thinking we could also build it just beside it. We got this nice big flat area which hopefully should be large enough to fit the museum inside of, without requiring too much terraforming. It seems that we're getting some snow settling on the roof, but that's fine, we'll get some string up there soon. So I've had a bit of a revelation when it comes to this build. Believe it or not, this building right here is the only building in my entire base that doesn't have a lick of spruce on it. There isn't a single button, a single trapdoor, a single block, none in my entire base. And I don't know how to feel about it. I love spruce. It's definitely the best wood type in my opinion. The trapdoors are wonderful, but I didn't realize until now how often I actually use it. And I'll be honest, even though we're missing spruce, this is a pretty cool building. I am a big fan of the block palette. I think it's all come together pretty well. The inside, however, is, well, very empty right now. So we're going to go with something pretty open concept, kind of keeping it all in the same room, adding in a couple of extra walls in the middle, mainly so we can actually fit in all of the paintings, because there's a lot. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Alright, we got some lovely fresh white walls that are just begging for some paintings. The only trouble is I didn't bring any. That's like the only thing that I need that isn't in those shulker boxes there, so I should probably grab some. Hello, chickens. You should be in the farm. Why are there so many free ones? What happened? Was there an outbreak? I think we might have a leak. Oh my goodness, we're all the way up in the cave. We got cave chickens. Sorry guys, but you know the rules. Anyway, I think that's that problem sorted out. Stay in there, please. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, paintings. The bonus with the paintings are, I didn't need to go out and collect them. Just had to craft a bunch and I've got them all right here. I remember when we built the Armorsmith building here, I spent ages, literally days, trying to get all of the smithing templates. Looking at you down here, Silence, you took a while. But with the paintings, oh, so much easier. Now, I'm not kidding when I say I spent over an hour in my test world configuring how these paintings would be placed on the walls. Neatly laid out whilst avoiding too much symmetry, filling in all the space but not making it feel overcrowded, trying to spread the colours around the room but doing my best to keep them grouped in a way, keeping in mind all of these are different sizes, odd and even too. It was tricky. Okay, there's a new rule. No punching, no swinging fist, none of this. I do not want to have to replace any of these paintings. That took far too long. I'm actually missing a couple of paintings, 4 to be specific. 4 of these, the 4x4 paintings. That's how many I'm missing. 4 4x4 paintings. 4 of them. They're just really big and take up a lot of room. I don't think I even have remotely enough space in here to fit them all in. And I know what you're thinking, look at all this free real estate to place a painting on top of. Fair point, valid. The only thing is, these are all odd numbers. These paintings, as I mentioned, are 4x4. That is even numbers, so it just doesn't really work with how I've done it everywhere else. So I think a basement is going to be required at some point. Very quickly, just want to say that there is an updated world download available for all of you who are a YouTube member. Sorry it's been so long. I know, nearly a year and a half. And sorry to those of you who aren't a YouTube member but would like the download. I only put it behind a paywall to stop plagiarism. Happens quite a bit and it's very annoying, so as you can imagine I try to avoid that. And it's also just a thank you for the YouTube members. So yeah, hope that's okay. Now before we start on the basement, we could do with sprucing up this place a little bit. Not by adding in spruce, no, none of those blocks this time, thank you. I just mean adding a couple of decorations around to make it a bit more interesting. So we got some statues now, some a little weirder looking than others. A little bit more lighting chucked in just to brighten it up a bit. Thought I'd better plant a couple of pots in this central bit. These two paintings just looked a little bit empty on their own, so I think they needed it. And of course our banner patterns. I will leave a link to all of these in the description down below, in case you want to make them yourself. The next thing we're going to do is just fill in these two empty gaps we also have here in the center. We are going to be making some custom maps. Now unfortunately, I don't really have the time to make an actual custom art piece using the map tool and make these giant paintings. That would be amazing, but I don't literally have like weeks to do that. It would take ages on that scale. So instead, we're just going to get some nice maps of the terrain. This is pretty around here. But what I want to know is, what the heck is going on with all this calcite? Is this normal? It's the same over there. I can see more. It's like this giant strip going across the mountain. Either way makes for a pretty cool map. If the middle map here centers around this lake, this could be something special. That's a good sign. That is just water. Okay, I reckon we can fit this in a 3x3 map, you know. Yep, looks like we're all good this side, other than the river, that doesn't count. And the moment of truth, do we fit it all in? Oh, I think we might just do it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a complete lake in a map. Pretty cool. I am really happy with those two. All of this map talks got me thinking that I haven't updated my map in the observatory up here in a very long time. So of course, an obligatory before and after. A lot has changed since last time, it would seem. Slowly but surely, we are expanding outwards, beginning to cover up this entire map, which is pretty crazy, but this looks great. I'm a big fan of our crop fields over here. I think this looks great in map form, as well as our dam and monolith. That looks pretty good too. Not forgetting the new building. Looking pretty nice as well. And even better, now that it's fitted with its very own basement. We got a couple of entrances, one on either side, just something like this, which does take up quite a bit of room, but I'm not unhappy about it because this was quite an open space before we added this in, so it just nicely fills it in, and I'm not that big a fan of really big open blank areas. But if we just take the staircase on down, we eventually end up at our brand new basement that does have room for 4 new paintings. There's one of them, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. I of course got them all first time, didn't need to cycle through them for like 5 minutes at all. So there we go, I think we are done. Other than one final thing, which isn't actually in the art museum at all, but instead is over at the Armor Trim building. I took the long way around for some reason. Got a bit disorientated. I need to place our new armor trims down in the building, otherwise I don't think I'll ever get round to it. So over here we have the flow armor trim, and this one is the bolt. There we go, that is a good job done. So there we go everybody, that's going to do it for today's episode. I think I'm going to hang around in here a little bit longer with my own thoughts and just ponder what it could all mean. Yes. A lady giving a skeleton a bath in a lake. Really makes you think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.